I'm James Spann. This is the Weather Xtreme video, the afternoon edition for Wednesday, the 18th of November. As advertised, this day has been very wet, soaking rains falling, some severe weather down in South Alabama. Brighter weather in the days ahead. But what about next week? It's Thanksgiving time. So let's dive in and see what we've got. Very impressive storm system on the board today. The surface low is over northern Minnesota, 980 millibars with a trailing front down into Alabama. Temperatures are falling behind that front. And you can see the warm sector pushing north up toward Atlanta. This was the radar this afternoon at 1:55. At that point, the rain was ending for Birmingham. West Alabama mostly dry. And that rain over East Alabama will be ending this evening. And you can see the effect of that front. Behind the front, Tupelo, Mississippi is down to 59. Tuscaloosa, 61. On the other side of that front, Auburn is at 72. We have a tornado watch in effect. This is one watch until 4 o'clock this afternoon. A new watch has been issued for areas east of there until 8 o'clock tonight. But obviously, there's no threat of severe weather for our end of the state. The issues would be over far southeast Alabama and parts of South Georgia, if we have any. There's the watch warning map. Still got some flash flood watches for parts of the Carolinas. Some wind advisories up north. Other than that, things are relatively quiet now. This is the convective outlook for the rest of today and tonight. The latest outlook has a slight risk up toward Atlanta and Gadsden, but understand the northern part of that, we can cut that out because the air is stable. For Alabama, the only risk this evening is over the southeastern part of the state. And beyond today, no severe weather problems for a while. This is the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Monday morning of next week. This counts all the rain we had today, and basically that's what's on this board here, with rain amounts of about 2 inches for most spots. We've had some flooding problems in scattered pockets today, but nothing too widespread. All right, model fans, here we go. The GFS, this is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at noon. You can see the trough to the north, and down below that, rain on the eastern seaboard, but we are in a dry air mass. Should be a beautiful day. We start the day in the 40s. The high will be in the 60s. Look at the blustery weather up north. Snow likely for parts of northern Minnesota, upper Michigan, northern Wisconsin. That's a sign of the times. But Friday looking good. Again, the low Friday morning in the low 40s, the high Friday afternoon in the low 60s. Great night for high school football playoff games Friday night, clear and cold. Saturday, as the weekend begins, we have a cold front that will be passing through Saturday. We think it comes through in dry fashion. There's just no moisture. The winds pick up. The high will probably drop into the 50s. Rather breezy. A pretty good north wind kicks in. But no rain for the college football games. Alabama and Auburn both have a 3 o'clock game at home. And this is Sunday. Sunday morning is going to be cold. The latest guidance coming in with sub-freezing temperatures. And the high Sunday on the GFS for Birmingham is only 46 degrees. That's about 20 degrees below average. And Monday morning, that 10:30 high right on top of us, that'll be the coldest morning. The latest print from the GFS model output statistics showing 26 for Birmingham to start the day. Easily the coldest so far this season. The high Monday should be in the low 50s. This is Tuesday. We're dry. We start the day around freezing, the high in the upper 50s. And this is a week from today, biggest travel day of the year, Thanksgiving Eve. Got a big trough in the western states, ridging beginning to build in here. We're still dry. The low would be in the upper 30s, the high in the low 60s for us if this verifies. Rain breaks out from Dallas-Fort Worth up to Chicago, but I don't think we have any severe weather problems. Hopefully nothing to create airport delays. And maybe the biggest story is that Rocky Mountain snowstorm cranking up over parts of Colorado and Wyoming. That could be some huge snows if this verifies. And a very cold air mass lurking above that. That's a 1045 millibar high just north of Montana. Thanksgiving Day. Wow, look at the snow up north. The GFS depicting a major snowstorm Thanksgiving Day for much of the Dakotas, Montana, Wyoming, parts of Colorado, northern Minnesota. In the warm sector, rain is likely Thanksgiving Day from Dallas-Fort Worth up to Chicago and Detroit. We might catch a shower here Thanksgiving Day if this is right, but this is suggesting the most organized rain would be north and west of the state. And this is Black Friday, Friday the 27th. And again, we're still dry with a better chance of rain just north and west and big snows continuing over the Great Plains. And look at that 1,050 millibar high that's over Montana. That is a very cold air mass. We'll keep an eye on that. And this is Saturday the 28th. This is Iron Bowl Saturday. the trough getting closer, and we got a cold front that's approaching. And it's going to be a close call. We wonder if indeed it might be a rain setup as that weekend begins. It is way too early to know. If you hear a forecast, don't take anything to the bank. At this phase of the game, it's just educational guessing. But that's a very cold air mass dropping behind that thing. In fact, look at the anomalies. Goodness, temperatures, if this verifies, 40 degrees below average over parts of Montana, the Dakotas, Nebraska. I mean, that is brutally cold for Thanksgiving up there. Here's a look at our numbers. You can see that big cool down. In fact, the ensembles here printing a high of 45 for Birmingham on Sunday. Lows at or below freezing Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday morning. And then next week, a slow warm-up. Highs may be reaching the low 60s by Thanksgiving and Black Friday. And again, we'll watch things carefully. It's a little too early to call on the rain out there. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.